Right guys, we're on page 11. We're going to do this question, 7C. So we're on part C. It's a separate part to the previous page. So it says here, the cost of a meal for a group of people, including an 8% charge. Service charge is £203.04. Calculate the cost of the meal before the service charge was added. So basically you've got your cost of a meal is 100%, isn't it? Then you add 8% more, you get 108%, and that's 108% is equivalent to 203. So I'm just going to write that £203.04, and I'm going to just say that's equivalent to 108%. And I want to get to what 100% costs, because that's the original cost, isn't it? Alright, so you're happy with that? So how do you scale this to get 100%? Because that's what we want to do. What do you times this by to get to 100? Well, I've got 108. Basically, if I divide it by 108, I'll get down to 1. Yeah, because they cancel. And so what do I times by 1 to get 100? Well, I times it by 100. There we are. That's what I need to do. So I need to do the same to both sides. So I got 203.04. And if I times this side by this to get 100%, I must also times by the same amount on this side, over 108. So without further ado, let's just type that in and see what we get. 203.04 times by, I'm going to use a fraction, 100 on the top and 108 underneath, yeah? And let's see what we get. Go to ground level, press equals 188. So it's £188. So let's just put that down. So original cost is £188, yeah? Now we want to double check it, so let's go back to our calculator. And if we say 188, and I want to times that, add 8% to that plus 8% of it, I need to times it by 108%. And that would be, as a fraction, I can write 108% as 108. So I'm just double checking here, aren't we? So we've got 108 over 100. Tap the equals, get the decimal. 203.04, which is what we had. So yeah, we're fairly happy that we've done this process, and we've worked out the original cost must have been £188 for the meal for a group of people. Okay, that's part C done. Let's go down to part D and see what we get here. Now, okay. Find the least height and the greatest height of the boxes when stacked one on top of the other. We got two boxes. One are stacked on top of the other. The height of one box is 57 centimeters, correct to the nearest centimeter. So one box is 57 centimeters, but that was measured to the nearest centimeter. So the biggest it could be would be, it can't go up to 57.5. So that's why I've put a less than. Yeah, because it would be rounded up then to 58. But anything less than that would be fine. So it could go up to that but not touch it. And it could go down to and touch, because 56.5 gets rounded up, doesn't it? So anything from that value and up would get rounded to 57. So that's the range of inaccuracy when you measure something to the nearest centimeter and it's 57. It could be 56.5, or it could go up to just under and not touch 57.5, couldn't it? Because then you'd round down to the 57. The same comments apply to the 38 centimeter box. So let's put that in. That could go up to but not touch 38.5, and it could go down to and touch 37.5. So then it says find the least height and the greatest height of the boxes when stacked on top of one another. So they're least in height when that is least and this is least. Agreed? And they'd be greatest in height when they're both greatest. Wouldn't you agree? Because they're both positive quantities, aren't they? So that's what we're going to get then. So I'm going to do a calculator, and it's 56.5 plus 37.5. So 56.5 plus 37.5, and it's 94. So that's the least height. 94 is less than or equal to total height, and it would be these two added now. So let's do that. 57.5, wasn't it? Plus 38.5. What do we get? 96. Yeah? So what can I put as the least? The least height would be 94. The greatest height. Now, you could write 96, but it can't actually touch 96, so you could put 96 there. If you were being pernickety, though, you could write 95.9 recurring, couldn't you? That would be very pernickety there, because that's the least height, clearly. Greatest height, well, to all intents and purposes, is 96 centimeters, yeah? Of two boxes stacked on top of each other. Alright? But strictly speaking, mathematically, that would be the biggest value. Alright then. So that's that page done there, page 11. Good. Let's go on to the next one.